My Samoyed is looking out the glass storm door to the street when I see her ears go back with pleasure. Tyler walks in and crouches down to nuzzle the dog, who outweighs her by about 15 pounds, and then announces herself with the usual certainty, as though she's on a tight schedule and has been gone only a few minutes. We had early release, she tells me, so I was able to get here on time. Tyler is 5 and lives 2 doors away and passes my house on her way to the neighborhood park. She has the countenance of a small superhero. When she was 3, she became enamored with Tula, a fluffy white creature who shares her affection. And now we are an essential stop on the trail of Tyler's day. I make it a point to stock up on the dark chocolate wafers she likes. When she leaves town for a week on family vacation, my house feels as quiet as a cinder block. Then the door flies open one morning and I hear her shout, "I'm back!" Today we're lying on the back porch and planning what to do if we are marooned on a desert island. What we will choose to take. We can each have 3 items. Tyler decides that she will take a rope, a boat, which is broken or why would she be there, and a knife. For food, she will take 2 popsicles, an ice cream bar, and Jell-O. Ignoring the fact that she has doubled her allotment, I suggest that she toss in a roast chicken and some milk. She agrees, knowing the milk, as she tells me, will make her strong until her mother arrives. Her rope will be blue, will be 250,000 plus infinity miles long. That way, if her mother is late, the rope can be thrown wide and reach land on the other side of the ocean. I marvel that she has any idea what infinity is, though this is a mutual learning society. She reminds me of the innocence of forward motion, and I try to give her a palate for all that hope. I tell her a story about a surfer girl lost at sea who was hungry and alone. Then she remembered her mother's teaching her the constellations as a means of navigation. If she held up her fingers to the sky, she could use the celestial map to fix her position in space and chart her way back to land. Everything you need to know is in the sky, I tell Tyler, and we look up through our fingers, content in that zone of serenity that children can elicit. I don't tell her that I learned the story about the surfer girl from Hawaii 5-0, or that the girl's mother was long dead, and that the girl was actually a woman cop who was hallucinating and dehydrated and nearly died at sea. Tyler will get to tragedy soon enough. For now, the lost girls can have all the ice cream they want, and mothers who are on their way, and their journeys only have to be as far as a couple of houses down. Around the time Tyler first appeared at my door, I was starting a book about growing up female in Texas and about the profound influence that feminism, the women's movement of the 1970s, had on my life. I came of age in the Panhandle, a stronghold of Protestant churches and Republican politics where the sky goes on forever. I left for college in 1968, the year that Martin Luther King Jr. and Bobby Kennedy were shot and Nixon was elected. The year of My Lai and the Tet Offensive. Student protesters at Columbia shut the place down. Women stormed the stage at the Miss America pageant. It was one of the most tumultuous and exalted times in modern history, and I was 17 and felt like I'd been shot out of a cannon. Within a few years, I went from being a bookish girl with a head for numbers to an anti-war protester and young feminist with a wet bandana in my back pocket to shield my face from tear gas. That's some expedition for a kid who spent her days reading at the town library and playing jacks with her sister and it's light years from the world of the brown girl daydreaming on my porch in Cambridge a half-century later, who, by age 5, was quoting lines and singing lyrics from Hamilton. "Are you an immigrant?" Tyler asked me one day, conflating Texas with someplace weird and far away. And then, in the words of Lin-Manuel Miranda, "Because immigrants, we get the job done." I realized pretty quickly that this story belonged to us both.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.